powered by electricity, but they're powered by current electricity. Now, the static electricity can power a light too, but in a slightly different way. We're going to show you how. So this is a fluorescent light, just like it's in the ceilings up here. And what it does is there's a gas inside here that heats up when the electricity passes through it. It starts to glow. There's two little metal prongs on the end like that, and that's where the electricity comes in from. So then if you'll turn the light off, we're going to make this light light up using static electricity. Okay. So it's not current, so it's not running through, it's just jumping across. And watch closely. See the light start to light up. And the closer we get, the brighter it gets. Like that. Now, watch where the light is not lighting up. Where is it not lighting up?
On the now.
On this end, yeah, on the other side of my hand over here. And there's something else interesting too. I'm just holding this close to the globe. If I touch the globe, the light goes out and it just flickers just a little bit. Just like it's just a little bit away, it comes on back on like that. Okay? So Sydney, you can turn our lights back on. So here's where we have questions we need to answer. Okay? First off, why does it only light up to my hand? Why doesn't it light the whole thing up?
Because it's right here.
My hand's blocking it, right? My hand's taking the electricity away from it. Very good, yeah. So, we as people are very good conductors of electricity. Why is that? What are we mostly made up of?
Water.
Water, yes. We're mostly water. And water, like metal, is a very good conductor of electricity. So, when I'm holding on to this, as the electricity passes into it, my hand is a much better conductor than the gas inside here. So all that electricity passes into me. You don't really feel it, but because it's not very much electricity. But it doesn't have enough to power the rest of the light to go the rest of the way down there. Now the other question is, why does it shut off when I touch the globe? Why do I have to just hold it a little bit away from it? Any ideas on that one? Yeah?
Because otherwise it won't glow.
It won't glow when we touch it, yeah. Okay, so when you make contact with it, what happens is you're creating more of a closed circuit through there. So it's not, the electricity's not jumping over to the light bulb anymore, it's just passing into it, which weakens the force, okay? And so it's not doing anything. Now, when we start putting people up here in a second, we're going to see sort of that same effect happen there too. But before we do that, one more little thing I'm going to show you before we put a person up here, and that is back to that idea of the negatives, the electrons repelling from each other. So these are regular little pi strings. We're going to put them on top here. And what happens when we turn it on? The static electricity builds up lots of electrons. The electrons pass into the pi plate just like they did into the light bulb and just like they did over to the one there. And all the electrons are in one place. Now electrons, negatives and negatives do what? They repel, right? They push away. So let's watch what happens when we get all these negative electrons into the pi pan.
Okay.
They're going to fly off of there.
Scared me.
Yeah, they're going to fly off of there because they're all households of negatives just like the ball, and they don't want to stay close to each other. Okay? They're looking to find positives to use. Because the electricity wants to balance itself, okay? It wants to find positives to go along with the negatives. Let's see that one more time. So all the negatives get together and they're pushing away from each other.
Two went away.
Okay, oh, that one might need a little help. Keep going, keep going. Keep moving slow.
Look.
Wait, don't stop. No, it's going to go.
So, they want to get away from each other. They want to find other positives so they get away from all the rest of the negatives. Okay, so, what does it do to a person? Well, we're going to find out. Hey, who would like to come up here? Are you doing it there? Yeah, we'll get you in a second. Okay, come right over. Now we have this block over here, and you're going to stand up on this block right in a minute. Okay, let's turn around and face everybody over here. Okay, what's your name? Sophia. Okay, that's a pretty name. All right, Sophia is going to touch the ball, and we're going to turn it on, and we're going to pass electricity into her, and she's going to tell us what it feels like. Okay, are you ready? Are you nervous? Not at all? That's good. Okay, so we talked about metal and water being good conductors of electricity. There are also things that electricity does not pass through. What are some of those things? Electricity does not pass through. We call them, what do we call them? Right? Insulators. Yeah, we call them insulators. Yeah. And what's an example of an insulator? Rubber. Good. What else?
Wood.
What else? Look at the plastic.
Wood.
Wood. Yeah. And what else?
Plastic.
Plastic. Yes. Yeah. Rubber, wood, and plastic are all very good insulators. Okay. So that's going to keep the electricity from passing through her down into the floor and shocking her toes. Okay, so put one hand up here in the ball. All right, are you comfortable with this? All right, good. One hand in the ball. So stand back in the middle on those two shoulders. Just like that. Okay, good. So keep that one hand on the ball. Don't let go of the ball. And we're going to turn it on. Electrons will build up in the ball. Electrons will pass into Sophia. And let's see what happens. Are you ready? Keep your hand on the ball. You feel anything? No? Do we see
Her hair come up.
Her hair's starting to stand up now.
Whoa.
Yeah, just a little bit. Right there. And all. Do you feel anything now? What does it feel like? Like you're getting fuzzy? Yeah, that's a good way to put it, yeah. Anybody else who comes up here and doesn't still see what she means. And it makes her hair stand up like that, too. Okay. Now, when I turn it off, do you think her hair's just going to fall straight down, or will it stay up? We'll find out with her in a minute. Stay up or fall down? What do you think? Fall up. Fall up? Well, let's find out. Okay, when I turn it off, just stay right where you are. Your hand doesn't fall, just stand still. Okay. So it stays up, it just falls very, very slowly. Not as you know, if you just like puff it up with a hair dryer or something, it'll fall down pretty quick. But it falls very slowly. Okay, you can let it really fall. Be careful with that. Now, thank you very much. All right. So, why does it make our hair stand up? There's the electricity, but what's it doing that makes our hair stand up? Let's think back to the electrons. They're pushing away from each other, right? And the easiest place for them to get away from each other is through our hair, and our fingertips and our toes too, but mostly our hair, because our hair is usually pretty light and it can puff up and get away from itself. Do you want to come up now? Okay, come on up. Now you're going to stand on the block just like Sophia did right in the middle. There you go. Good. You reach the ball, okay? Just barely there. Okay, good. Stay right like that. Okay. Okay, good. All right, just keep your fingers on the ball like that. Okay. What's your name? Okay. All right, we're going to turn it on and we're going to watch our hair and see if our hair stands up at all. All right, are you ready? Okay, keep your hand on the ball. We'll get this in a second here. Let's see, it's starting in the back. The back of her hair is moving a lot over here. Can you feel it coming through you? Do you feel it hitting inside? It feels fuzzy? Yeah. Okay, now our hair's starting to stand up nice and tall over there. Can you shake your head a little bit? Shake your hair a little bit. Loosen up your hair. Yeah. Like that. Yeah.
Kaden, look that way. Look that way.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So her hair's going to stand up because all those electrons are going through her body and trying to get away from the other electrons. So they're coming out through her hair. And her hair stands up because they're full of electrons. They want to get away from each other. So they stand up like that. Okay. Can you turn your head that way so we can see the back of your head? There we go. Yeah. Now you notice, did you see her hair drop a little bit when she touched the table? That's because when she touched the table, she discharged a little bit of electricity, so her hair went down a little bit. Okay, now when she lets go of the table, it's going to come back up a little bit. And if she touches the table again, go ahead and touch the table, it's going to fall down a little bit, like that. All right. Very nicely done. Thank you, Peter. Good job. All right. So, it makes our hair stand up because the electrons are trying to get away from us. Now, there's other cool things we can show with this, too. Right? I need another volunteer to come up. Who else wants to come up? No? Okay. All right. You want to come do it? All right, come on down. Oh, you're going to do it? Okay, come on up here. All right, we have another volunteer. All right, stand right in the middle of the volunteer. Careful stepping up there. Can you reach it okay? All right, here. Stand right.